Hello and welcome to Disney Movie Investigations, and this is our case file on an extremely goofy movie. So this movie, for those of you that have never seen these videos before, what we do is each week we take a deep dive into a Disney movie and take a look at how it got made, what its critical reaction was, as well as what legacy it's left for the future. And so this week, like I said, we are doing an extremely goofy movie. And then we're also adding a bonus Disney story, which we are looking at ESPN's Wild World of Sports. So first off, an extremely goofy movie. This movie was released on February 29th, 2000, and it was directed by Douglas McCarthy, and it was written by Scott Gordon. And this was a direct-to-video animated movie that was produced by Walt Disney Television Animation. So like I said, it was direct-to-DVD video, or direct-to-DVD movie, and this was a standalone sequel to the theatrical A Goofy Movie, which was released in 1995, and it was a finale to the television series Goof Troop. So that's kind of like the Goofy trilogy, where it started off with Goof Troop, then to Goofy Movie, and then now to an extremely goofy movie. So in terms of the plot, it is a big moment in Max's life as he is college bound, and he's college bound with his friends PJ and Bobby, and he is finally free of his embarrassing father. Max and his friends are also striving to be the first freshman team to win ESPN's College X Games. Unfortunately, Goofy loses his job, and he learns that he cannot get another job without a college degree. So a mortified Max learns that his father must now join him at college. And in an attempt to distance himself from his father, Max talks Goofy into joining the competing X Games team, the Gamma Fraternity, as well as introducing him to his new girlfriend, who is a librarian at the school library. Unfortunately, things don't go as planned, and Max's relationship with his father is now put to the test, as he must deal with the relationship with his father as well as winning the College X Games. So in terms of the cast of this movie, this starred, the voice cast was Bill Farmer, who did the voice of Goofy, Jason Marsden, who was the voice of Max, Jeff Bennett was the voice of Bradley, who was the leader of the Gamma Fraternity, Jim Cummings did the voice of Pete, Goofy's next door neighbor, Vicki Lewis was the Barrett girl. She was never given a name, but it turns out to be PJ's girlfriend. Babe Newhart is Sylvia Marpole, who is Goofy's new girlfriend. Rob Paulson is the voice of PJ, who is one of Max's best friends. Pauly Shore was the voice of Bobby, one of Max's friends. And Brad Garrett was the voice of Tank, who was the right-hand man of Bradley in the Gamma Fraternity. So this movie was directed to DVD. So there was a promotional tie-in with McDonald's, where McDonald's released a series of Happy Meal toys to promote the movie, where each of the main characters were in a X Games type vehicle, like either bike, skateboard, rollerblades, and you could connect them to little tracks and wheel them along the track. So the characters each had their own tracks, and then you could connect the tracks all together to make a bigger track. And this was done during the month of February in the year 2000 to promote it. In terms of the reception, this actually was very well received. In terms of the Annie Awards, which for those of you that have never heard, those are awards given to animated features and television shows. And this movie won Best Animated Home Video Production, and Bill Farmer was nominated for Best Voice Actor by a Male Performer. Unfortunately, at the time of this movie, there was a bit of censorship. So the one scene was removed from the movie after the September 11th attacks. To put it in perspective, Max and Tank were trapped in a papier-mâché X Games logo, and as they escape from the burning image, they see the scene shows a parallel tower models forming the X of the X Games logo. And so this was deemed inappropriate after September 11th So all the scenes inside the tower were removed. So there were several scenes where Tank and Max are inside the tower while it's burning, and these were all removed from television broadcasts. But they did remain on all home video releases, and the scene does remain in the Disney Plus version that I watched. So it was critically well received. I thought this was a great follow-up to a Goofy movie. Great emotional scenes with Goofy missing Max. There's a real heartbreaking scene after Max leaves for college, where Goofy is just sitting alone in Max's room with nothing in it, and you can just feel the sadness that he's missing his son. And then there's great comedy scenes, like the scene with Goofy at the X Games are definitely a highlight of this movie. So overall, a great family film. You can still see Max and Goofy in the Disney theme parks as walk-around characters. Max is more designed after his Goof Troop model, so he's not in the college mode by any means. But yeah, you never know. This movie kind of left an open ending, so it's definitely they could do another one if they chose to. So that's going to do it for our Disney movie. But our bonus story, because the ESPN X Games are featured in this movie, I thought we'd take a deeper dive into ESPN's Wild World of Sports Complex. So the ESPN Wild World of Sports Complex is a 220-acre multi-purpose sports complex located at Walt Disney World Resort in Bay Lake, Florida. And the complex includes 9 different venues and amateur sporting events throughout the year. In terms of its history, Disney built the $100 million facility on former wetlands under the direction of former Disney Vice President Reggie Williams. And the complex was built for many reasons. One was to publicize Walt Disney World. Another one was to grow sponsorship revenue. And then they also wanted to fill hotel rooms, because this was a way to add different sporting events, and the people would stay at Walt Disney World hotels while they were competing in the different tournaments and stuff like that. As well as it was to build Walt Disney World's position as a sports destination for different clients to hold their events. So the venue opened on March 28th, 1997 as the Wild World of Sports Complex. And where the name comes from is the former ABC show, which was a sports show called The Wild World of Sports. So that's where it comes from. And it opened on March 28, 1997 with an exhibition game between the Atlanta Braves and the Cincinnati Reds baseball teams. And on April 21st through 27th of 1997, the main tennis courts hosted the U.S. Men's Clay Court Tennis Championship. So definitely kind of prestige was right off the bat. And then the official grand opening was held on May 15th, 1997. So initial tenants of the Wild World of Sports Complex included the Atlanta Braves, as I already mentioned, the Harlem Globetrotters, the NFL Experience, and the Amateur Athletic Union. In June of 1999, the complex was awarded the Florida High School Activities Association State Prep Volleyball Championship, and that was a high school tournament, or Florida high school tournament, and the Wild World of Sports Complex was going to hold that event for the next 3 years. In August 2004, 20 acres of the fields and 4 baseball diamonds were also added. So Disney was in this for the long run, and they continued to update the facility. And then during ESPN Weekend Kickoff event on February 10th, 2010, the complex was rebranded as the ESPN Wild World of Sports Complex. So Disney also owns ESPN, so that it made sense in terms of synergy to add the ESPN logo to it. And it received massive upgrading with the ESPN edition, along with several HD video scoreboards at several venues, a complex-wide audio system, and a broadcast production facility for ESPN. New venues also included the PlayStation Pavilion, and a custom tea center by Champion Sports. So different events held throughout the year include the Disney Channel Games, the WNBA preseason tournament, the Orlando City Soccer Club, Invictus Games, and in 2022, the facility will hold the Special Olympics USA Games. So definitely a wide variety of different clients that this venue holds. And then in terms of venues, I'm just going to go over the different venues that it currently holds. So the first one is the Championship Stadium, which is a 7,500 baseball stadium with 2,000 more seats that can be added for lawn seating. So it holds different baseball games. The Atlanta Braves for the longest time would hold their training camp there. And they ended that relationship in 2019. But for a long time, that's where you could watch preseason games. The HP Fieldhouse, which was a 5,000 seat multi-purpose arena. It was formerly called the Milk House, but when ESPN was rebranded, they got a sponsorship with HP. And in 2018, it hosted the Junior NBA Global Championship. The Visa Athletic Center, which is a 70,000 square foot arena, which features 6 basketball courts, 12 volleyball courts, and 2 roller hockey rinks. The Adventure Health Arena, which opened in 2018, is used for cheerleading contests and championships, and it did host the 2020 NBA playoffs. The Marathon Sports Field, which has 12 fields for both baseball and softball. And it also has the facility also has several track and field complex and a tennis complex as well. So I've been to this ESPN's Wild World of Sports. I remember they often hold if you're ever doing the Disney marathons, they hold the expos there and like the pickup stations there. And I was visiting with a friend. She was running in the Princess Marathon, and we went to just check out the facility while she picked up her race packet. It's definitely an amazing facility. It's worth the visit. Even if you're not competing in any sports or wanting to visit any sports, just to walk around, it's a huge pavilion, definitely worth the visit. So, yeah, definitely recommend it if you ever get a chance to check it out. Obviously, when COVID kind of settles down, definitely, I'm sure it'll be a lot busier. But, yeah, definitely something to check out, and it's an amazing facility. So, and so in terms of this week's artifact, I thought I would combine both Goofy and sports. So I have this Sports Goofy Disney plush. So I got this at the Disney store when I worked there. So it's Goofy with a golf club trying to hit the golf ball off his nose. So I just thought that was a little cute thing, and it's part of my Disney collection. So get one last look at it. So that'll do it for this video. I've kind of gotten the format of these of keeping these videos a little bit shorter because I find that you guys like the videos a bit shorter, not too long. So I'm going to try to keep them under 15 minutes. If you guys want them longer, feel free to add any comments or anything or let me know. But yeah, so that'll do it for this video. And just a couple housekeeping things. Our bonus poll for the month of November is up, and this is our second chance month. So we have taken the runners up of the previous four months. And they are Men in Black, The Rocky Horror Picture Show, The Last Unicorn, and The Breakfast Club. Sorry, I just mind fart. The Breakfast Club. So please head over to the Facebook page and cast your vote for which movie you'd like to see covered here on the show. And and then please join us next week when our next case file will be the often mistaken Disney princess, but she's not a Disney princess, Anastasia. And we will also be covering the director of the movie, Don Bluth, and his connection to Disney. So I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will catch you on the next one. All right, bye-bye.